Did you lose your house?
Yeah, after I got out of jail last year, I mean, I hadn't been able to find a job in town since like January, since I quit American Axle. I don't know what is going on in Three Rivers, but sometimes I was too overqualified, and sometimes it's just being an outsider in this town. I couldn't even get a job as a waitress.
Alright folks, buckle up, because this isn't your typical disorderly conduct case. Today, we're stepping into a courtroom where homelessness, addiction, and a family betrayal all collide. Our defendant? A once promising woman who's been battling job loss, alcoholism, and the kind of small-town politics that will chew you up and spit you out. You'll hear how she lost her home, how her own uncle bought it at auction for barely anything, and why she's standing here today facing yet another disorderly person charge. The judge? A mix of compassion and hard truth, but don't think that means a free pass. By the end of this hearing, we'll see whether this is a turning point or just another stop on a very long road. And trust me, the way she explains a 2:45 a.m. arrest is something you won't forget.
File 24835OM.
Here, the judge is outlining not one, but two disorderly person charges from the same month, May 2024. In legal terms, disorderly person can mean anything from public drunkenness to disturbing the peace, but the key detail here is the plea deal. Plead guilty to one, and the other disappears. This is a common prosecutorial strategy to clear the docket and secure a conviction without dragging out a trial. For someone in her position, it's a lifeline, but also a reminder that the system often works on compromise, not total vindication.
Is a disorderly person charge from May of 2024. File 24952 is an old disorderly person charge from September, or also May of 2024. One was May 11th, one was May 30th. The city attorney, Mr. Tim George, says he would dismiss one charge for a plea to the other. You were in jail for 15 days and then you were out, and I'm not clear. What, are you in jail on a Kalamazoo charge?
No, they just ran my name and saw that I had open warrant, so they brought me down here.
This is where the story shifts from just a criminal charge to a deeper social reality. She's been homeless since last June, and not just couch surfing, actually living on the streets and in shelters. And notice her comment about being overqualified for work. That's a real thing in small towns. Employers fear you'll leave quickly, so they don't hire you. Combine that with a criminal record, and your employment options drop to nearly zero. It's a vicious cycle that courts see every single day.
On the 27th, but I've been living homeless in Kalamazoo since basically June of last year.
I knew that, and I felt bad about it. I do. Did you lose your house?
Yeah, after I got out of jail last year, I mean, I hadn't been able to find a job in town since like January, since I quit American Axle. I don't know what is going on in Three Rivers, but sometimes I was too overqualified, and sometimes it's just being an outsider in this town. I couldn't even get a job as a waitress at Mr. B's Dairy Bar. Like, I don't know what was going on.
Well, you got, it shows here 101 days of jail credit. How long have you been in jail here in Centerville?
Since last year, I'm not sure.
When did
3
you
weeks last year.
when did you most recently get picked up?
It was for the open warrant from last year for skipping out on probation.
All right, and that, okay. And so you've been in jail now since
Just a week and a half since, not this past Saturday.
July 27th.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 4 days in July and 5 days in August. That's 9
No.
days.
July, I didn't do any time. I was in on March 31st till April 16th.
All right, and then, yeah, Judge Pattison gave you 15 days. Then when did you most recently get arrested?
Just now, a week and a half ago.
Okay, so that's 9 days. I'm gonna give you credit for time served. If you plead to one of these, I'll dismiss the other one on motion of the city attorney. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
All right, well, let's take a look at these. I'm not sure if they're in my queue. Did you ever figure out the estate stuff?
This moment right here is brutal. Imagine losing your home while you're in jail, only to find out a family member bought it for barely anything, and then never lifted a finger to help you. That's not just a financial loss, that's an emotional gut punch. From a legal standpoint, there's nothing necessarily unlawful about buying property at auction, but from a human perspective, it's cold. And this kind of betrayal can push someone even deeper into instability.
My uncle ended up buying the house on auction for barely anything and has not helped me in any way whatsoever. So he's known, I mean, they reported me missing October last year.
I've been looking for you I might have been one of the people that reported you missing way back when you went off the grid. And then I found that you were homeless and in one shelter or another in Kalamazoo.
Yeah,
And I was not,
there's more help for people over there than there is down here.
and there is. Now, my other thought is that you had some inheritance somewhere, either here or India, that was.
India, but with the felony charge, I don't know what I can really do.
All right, well, let's take care of these on. I hate to even see you like this.
The inheritance is not much. I actually told my dad's sister to take it.
All right.
So.
The judge is acknowledging what many defendants hear but few want to face. You're starting over with no safety net. What's interesting is the judge's tone, empathetic but not sugar-coated. In cases like this, the court can't magically fix someone's life. They can waive fines, offer probation, maybe suggest resources, but at the end of the day, it's up to the individual to take the next step. And for someone dealing with homelessness and addiction, that's a massive
So
uphill
basically, you're back at ground zero.
Yes.
No family
I'm 40
support.
years old.
Yes, you're a very intelligent woman. How are you doing with your alcohol issues?
It's been rough. Not that I'm back on and I can't survive without it, but just it's stressful being homeless and the situations that arise on a daily. And it's only until recently that I decided that I would stay in Kalamazoo. So for the past year, I've just been in limbo, trying to decide if I want to stay here or go be closer to family. But I have a lot of loose ends to tie up here. Plus, there's some good colleges. So still haven't figured it out. Western, U of M, or Michigan State. I'm thinking Western.
Okay.
Well, I knew you'd be happy about me going back to school and getting a nice degree. Maybe with Stryker.
Well, it's good to have some goals. At 2:45 a.m. on April 11th, Main Street.
I was
You
going to buy
got arrested.
cigarettes.
Do you remember even what the deal was?
I was on my way to the gas station to buy cigarettes. It's not my fault that people think it's weird in this town to go buy cigarettes at 2:45 in the morning. I lived in big cities. I didn't have a car. I was walking. There's no sidewalk. I was walking on the street.
Here's the smoking gun, a blood alcohol content of 0.226. That's nearly 3 times the legal driving limit, even though she wasn't in a car. Public intoxication laws don't require a vehicle to land you in trouble. The clerk refusing to sell her cigarettes wasn't just personal judgment. It was likely a store policy to avoid liability. And her defense? That she lived in big cities where walking to the store at 2:45 a.m. is normal. It's a cultural clash, but alcohol that high means judgment is impaired, period.
It's not my fault. The city.
Well,
doesn't
your
have
blood
sidewalks.
alcohol was 0.226, so.
Yeah.
And you
I was
taken,
walking.
Yes,
Was not in a vehicle. Yeah,
but you got into it with the clerk,
yeah, she refused to sell me cigarettes. I don't know why.
probably because you were quite drunk.
Yeah, but
All
she
right, so are you willing
accused
to
me.
plead to that charge and I'll dismiss the other one?
Sure.
All right. Now, let me ask you a couple questions. Other than what I told you here, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this
No,
or threaten you?
no.
Do you understand? And this applies to everybody. By pleading to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury. It will not be a trial. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Ms. Jeanette Jackson is here from the Public Defender's Office, but you could also have had an attorney appointed to represent you. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Understand?
Yes.
So we pled in the April 11th. Or May 11th. Now, I'm gonna let you out of jail unless there's something else holding you. Do you have a hold?
No.
Where are you gonna go?
The judge is blunt here. Once you're out, where will you go? For someone without stable housing, release day can be just as stressful as sentencing day. If you don't have a plan, you risk ending up right back in the same trouble that brought you here. Her response about getting distracted by something shiny is lighthearted, but beneath it is the reality. Without transportation, resources, or structure, the risk of reoffense skyrockets. This is where community programs, shelters, and recovery centers play a critical role, if you can get into them.
The goal is to try to get back to Kalamazoo. I just don't know how.
Well, you'll just be standing on the steps of the jailhouse?
I'll start walking.
Do you
Maybe
need a
I'll
bus?
get there
Do you
by
need
the
a-
end of the week.
Okay, well, it's Tuesday. It gives you till Friday.
Sometimes I get distracted and then need a nap. Like, oh, something shiny over here.
Like an octopus's guard
Or a squirrel.
or a squirrel. I don't even know what to say here, Cheryl.
I don't either. I mean, hopefully I can find a ride into town.
Well, if
And
you
then
need
try
a
to
bus
convince my
pass,
uncle.
you stop here and I'll give you one.
Yes, please. Because I'd actually been talking to Lauren from Pimlico yesterday, and I was telling her I need, because ISK is in Kalamazoo, and I'd missed a couple of meetings, so they ended up kicking me out of the program, but she said they can't actually do that. So I'm trying to get back in the program so I can get like the help I need, because I like that they are about harm reduction rather than complete abstinence. Like, that's one thing I didn't appreciate about AA, is just they're very cut and dry. That's why I like smart recovery and stuff like
Well,
that.
You know my opinion. You can't
Yeah.
drink at all. You
Yeah,
got a genetic predisposition to alcoholism. You've had a lot of stress and trauma in your life and it's killing you.
This is one of the most candid moments you'll hear from a judge. He lays it out plainly: alcoholism is a genetic and deadly problem, especially when mixed with trauma and homelessness. And while she appreciates harm reduction programs over abstinence-only models like AA, the judge sees the bigger danger. Even controlled drinking could spiral fast. This is a point of real legal interest too. Substance use disorders are one of the biggest predictors of recidivism, meaning future run-ins with the law are likely unless recovery is consistent and accessible.
yeah.
I'm gonna give you 9 days jail, credit 9 days. I'm waiving all the fines, including the mandatory $125 fine.
Thank you.
I am concerned about what you're gonna do when you're standing on the front steps of the jail.
And you said, walk over here and you'll give me a ride.
Well, I'll give you a bus pass. I can't give you a ride. I
Right,
could
but
probably
that
get
only
you,
goes as far as Three Rivers.
I could get you a ride to Union City, but you don't wanna go that way. And, all right, as long as there's nothing else holding you, you're gonna get out of jail here this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right, good luck to you. I'll probably see you sometime soon, but I hope not. I hope you get situated and get in a better
Oh,
position.
no, you will hear from me because I made a list of all the things I have to do when I get out. You're at the top of the list. I have to send you an email.
All right, I'll be here for another year and a half anyway. All right, you're good to go.
So, what did we see here today? A defendant with a long history of personal hardship, a courtroom trying to balance compassion with accountability, and a legal system that can only do so much once the gavel falls. She walks away with 9 days of jail credit, no fines, and her freedom, but no housing, no job, and a very uncertain path forward. It's a reminder that for many people, the courtroom isn't the end of their story, it's just another chapter. If you found this case as shocking and thought-provoking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns every week.